Puerto Rico is facing a historic default on its $72 billion debt, and the Commonwealth's governor just said in a televised address that it is unpayable. I'm Shannon Ray Green here in the studio with Nathan Bomey, who has been reporting on this story. Nathan, what are you finding out? How bad is it actually for Puerto Rico?
Well, Puerto Rico owes about $72 billion in bond debt, which is substantially more than any state. So if you were to say the state of Illinois, for example, which is weighed down by substantial debts of its own, doesn't really pale in comparison to what Puerto Rico owns. And that doesn't count pensions and healthcare debt, which is also significant. So at $72 billion, there is now a growing chorus of people who say that Puerto Rico will never be able to pay all of that back.
Was this unexpected?
I think it depends on who you ask. If you talk to the analysts about a year or two ago, they already downgraded the Puerto Rican debt into junk territory, so it hasn't been investment grade for quite a while at this point. But I think a lot of the mom and pop investors, the retirees and individual people who put their money into this debt would actually say that they are surprised because they don't watch the headlines every day and have not seen the ratings going down. So, it's always a surprise, I think, to see municipal debt slip into insolvency, slip into this territory where it doesn't get paid back in full. In Detroit's bankruptcy, for example, there were people who invested in Detroit up until the very end when they filed for bankruptcy.
Okay, and finally, what should American investors who have put money into Puerto Rico be doing right now, and what's really next for the Commonwealth?
Well, there are really two different types of debt in a situation like this. There's debt that's insured and debt that's not insured. So if your debt is insured, you have a bond insurer who says, if the debt goes bad, I will make payments to basically make up for the shortfall. So those investors are okay. The people who have debt that was not insured have taken a much bigger risk and could face cuts if their investment funds negotiate cuts with the Puerto Rican government. At this point, that's not inevitable, but it does seem to be increasingly likely that people will not get paid back in full. So you want to talk to your investment fund managers and find out whether you are compromised in any way.
That's pretty serious. Nathan, thanks so much for your insight here.
Thank you.
Keep following the latest in this developing story. Stay with us on usatoday.com.